Hi, hello. So this is my next installment here. Still struggling with some things. I can talk about some stuff. I'm here to talk about some stuff. And I kind of just have to laugh. Some things you have to just fucking laugh it off. Because most things, especially when they're projected at you from others that you don't know, strangers, whoever, it's just trivial. And it's nonsense. It has nothing to do with you. Most times, I would say. And if you approach it like, well, you're passive, like, what does this have to do with me anyway? And it doesn't. Things that are around people that just want to bring you down to their level, like you're gonna be so fucking shallow as them, and that it's just those types that can't see past their own lives. All they see is their own lives, and it makes little to no sense for it to be a part of my life. And then so you just have to shrug it off, whatever it may be, because it is not important. The only things that matter to you, to me, to myself and I, are the things that are priorities for your own well-being. So this is the future planning. This is my future. I've been planning it out, and I would say it's going well. I'm thinking very logically about things before I go and do anything or let anything control me in any way, because that's what happens, right? These things, these thoughts, these ideas, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, and it can't just be that. It can't just be, oh, is this happening or isn't it happening, or what's the reality here? And if it just keeps going round and round like that, no, man, that's it. You step back, you throw it in the fucking trash, because that's what it is. It's fucking trash. So you don't let it affect you. It can't affect you. It can't affect you if you let it. That's why I have Mickey Mouse here. This weird smiling dog. He's like smiles and he's like, I don't know, is it happy? Am I happy? And it's like, you spread joy, right? And hey, I am not always spreading joy in my vibration. Let's be real here. Sometimes I really spread a lot of hate, because it's there. It's so much easier. People piss you off, or they don't understand you, so they drop you like a sack of fucking rotten potatoes, and you're left in the dust. You're like, whoa, what did I do? I mean, you did nothing. It's just the lack of understanding of your life, because all they can see is their life, right? So, what I have here right now today is that more of that 12 functions. Let's see here. What is it actually? What is it here? Hold on a second. One moment. Oh, yeah. The 12 core functions of becoming your own counselor. Now, I'm kind of like revamping this to suit me, for it to be good for me, myself. And so, really, there's a bunch of things that I really don't try because I'm like lazy, and you got to get out of that mentality of like, you're lazy, well, I'll do it later, like, or who cares, like. But a lot of these things that are mental are spiritual, and they surround you, even if it's mostly, not even if, even if it is, because it still exists, because those ideas and memories and thoughts are controlling your emotions and controlling your choices and bringing you down. So in order to bring yourself up, I need to start really meditating on like going into my third eye, whoever anybody believes, whatever it is they fucking believe, they don't believe. They don't want to believe. I'm not here for that. I'm here for myself and for like mind. So you can really only help yourself. You can't help anybody else. And so going into my third eye, when you somehow in your own way, when you activate it, you activate, what is it called, like a Merkaba? Like a shield around yourself. And you can just envision that. And you know, I've heard that so many times for so many years. People are like, yeah, you could activate this. And it's like, oh, it's so much work. It seems like so much emotional work. And it is. And you have to have that, feel that joy within yourself. And so why is Mickey right there? When I was a kid, I loved Mickey Mouse. Okay, so I called him Mickey Mouse. I was like 4 years old. He was my favorite. He was my favorite until I saw Fantasia. And he was a magician. And he was working magic, man. Remember in Fantasia with the fucking broomsticks? And they're fucking all dancing around and he's like possessed or something. And I was like, when I was a kid, I thought that my parents were religious. And I was like, this is fucking evil, dude. This is fucking evil. And so I guess I have to thank Mickey Mouse for getting me into the occult. And not just the occult, but my own real spiritual lifestyle. It's a fucking lifestyle. And you have to create your own. And we need the shield to protect ourselves from the world around you, because the world does want to harm you. Hello? Wake up. They want to harm you. They do. No, not everybody, not always. So it's like you kind of have to, like, once again, know the reality of which you are in. And that's important. That's like, you gotta highlight that. Know your reality. Because you can slip and fall into a false matrix program. And so you're gonna have to fucking make your own program to fucking give that false program like a virus. So it just like fucking dies off. You can kill it. Kill the program. And like, it's like, I guess you can call yourself Neo. And then be the one to get yourself out. You're not gonna save other people. Like, nobody is saving other people. You can help guide. You can help encourage and show and give knowledge to greater things than yourself. You can't save someone. Really, you can't. People, you have to save yourself first. And, you can help along the way if you can. If people are willing to even take your help. So it's like, I'm not here to, like, give anybody help. It's like, this is advice. Once more, some more advice for someone, for me. This is me. And so I loved Mickey Mouse. And I still, I always loved Mickey. It was like from like 5 to 6 or 7. I was like, whoa, man, that Mickey dude, he's bad. He's fucking bad, man. He's badass. He's a bad apple. And yeah. So that's probably kind of actually what really got me into the, that kind of shit. And I love Disney. Disney is fucking awesome. Disney Plus rules. I fucking love that kind of shit. I'm just that kind of person. And so that's why you see Mickey Mouse there. He's like cheering me on. He's like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You can fucking do whatever you set your mind to. And I was actually watching, if you've heard of a movie called The Equalizer with, what's his name? Denzel Washington. And he's like this special tactics killing machine. And it's, it really kind of, it put something in perspective for me. And it's like he said, what I just said, that before I got into the movie, he was like, you can do anything you put your mind to. And so many people say that, like rappers say that, people say that, like and gurus say that, and it's kind of like, it's true. But you have to put your mind into it. Your mind has to be into it. You can't just be like, oh, okay, well, that sounds cool, but, and maybe that can help me. But you just say, but, like, I can't do this. Like, put limitations around yourself, and, dude, you're gonna hit walls. But it's not like that you can't climb that wall. I think I've said this before. It's like deja vu, hello. So these walls aren't going to confine me for too long. I'm like, fuck this. You know, where you have a dream and you're like, fuck, I gotta get out of here. They're after me. It's after me. The monster's gonna kill me. Excuse me. The monster's gonna kill me, bro. And then you fucking fly. You fly out of that situation. You're like, fuck, yes. And like you saved yourself and you feel like, wow, that's great. I actually want to talk about a dream I had probably like, I don't know, 4 months ago. Who knows? And this dream was, I was just in a house chilling, and just talking, normal, average dream. And I walked outside, and it was like gray, and it was dark, and it was kind of like just how you feel sometimes when you're depressed, maybe. And it's like gloomy, it's like doomy, it's like maybe even you pity yourself, and you're like, oh, poor me. But then I was like, no, wait, no, man. And so it was just like, in a lot of dreams, I've like learned to fly, and I'm like, that's not like people have done that. That's people do this, and I just started flying. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. And what actually I think was happening was I was leaving my body, and I've done this before, but this was different. And I kept going and going and going up to the clouds, and the clouds got lighter, like not so dark, a little more white grayish. And then all of a sudden, whatever it was, whatever you want to call it, I'm just going to call it, quote, in quotations, God, right? So I fucking fly up to this light. It was like a light, and the clouds were opening, and they were opening, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get out of this fucking dark place. And then someone, like, I guess we're gonna call it, quote unquote, God, shut the clouds so fast, and all I heard was no. That's what I heard. All I heard was no. And I fucking, like, didn't fall hard, but I, like, kind of, like, flew back down to the ground. I was like, wait a sec. What the fuck? Who was that? Fuck you. Fuck you. But, you know, in retrospect here, going deep into your emotions, that was just, that was myself saying, like, no, like, you still got work to do. It's like when somebody passes away and you're like a ghost with unresolved issues, and you still got to do some shit, right? You still got your shit that you got to do. And so I'm like, man, and I woke up a little bit pissed. Like, I was like, who the fuck is God? And I'm just using it as like a fucking, I don't know, an example. Perhaps an example, yes. And like nobody, not God, not the devil, not people, not anybody can tell you what to do and how to do it. And people, they'll try. People will close opportunities off for you. They'll get in the way purposefully to close those opportunities off, so that you stay maybe alone and sad. And they're fucking like just like sucking in that essence, right? Because that's what they are. They're fucking suckers, dude. They want to sucker you. So everything you see in your dream is not just like what you think that it is always, and you just kind of have to like pick at it and like look through the layers of what that means to you. And it hasn't stopped me from flying. It hasn't stopped me from believing. It hasn't stopped me from staying on this righteous path that I'm blazing for myself to go further. And I have been going further. But each step that you take, you're gonna struggle. And I've been struggling. It's like financially, fucking emotionally, just, socially, like kind of all of the above in different areas. And so it's like, you do have to take deep breaths and just realize who you are and where you need to change. And then those parts where you need to change, it's just like, fuck, just sometimes you do it over and over and over and over again. It's like, fuck, well, I'm gonna flip out. And the flipping out was like, well, I've always just kind of flipped out. And what did that change? What did that do for you? How did that make something work in your life? Did it change anything? You get so fucking angry. Oh, like, you mad, bro? And I fucking hate that shit. It's like, you mad, bro? Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. And that's why it's like, you gotta spread the joy. Even if it's just in yourself. Just put the joy in your hands. It's in your hands. Put the joy like a bolt of light up into your arms, into your chest, into your throat, into all your chakras, down to your feet and like your groin and into your bum. Spread the joy all over yourself until it gets into your mind. And see, because the more you feel joy for yourself, the more you're gonna feel it. And it's that choice again. And make that choice. So I'm making that choice, man. It's something that you smile big, and you're like, huh? And then you smile, then you're like, huh? It's kind of like what it's always going to be with emotions. Emotions are a fucking roller coaster ride, right? You go into the fair or an amusement park, and you're going to ride the emotional amusement park, right? And it's always changing, and you just got to roll with it. So you got to ride the waves, right? Again, you got to ride those waves. So, future planning. So 1 year from now, 1 year from right now, okay? When I say that, I fucking mean that. It's got to be different. It's different than it was a year ago, and it is going to be completely different a year from now. I swear to myself, it's a promise to myself. And you can only do your best. So set little goals, like little baby steps. Have you ever seen What About Bob? With Bill Murray. And he's in the office with the psychiatrist that he really loves. He just loves him. He loves his book. So he goes to his office, and he's like, the book, I think, is called Baby Step. It's like metaphorically, like saying you take baby steps, and like then he's like, see, watch, I can do it. I'm really good at this. He's like, baby steps. I'm doing baby steps. Like, it was like something like that. It's hilarious. He was like taking baby steps around his office. So look, you can take that seriously too, from the movie, and you're taking baby steps in your life. Not literally, but with things, don't bite off more than you can chew, right? Right, Johnny? Barks has bite? Johnny? Yeah? And then you gotta kind of like bite pieces off, Bite them off, chew them up, even sometimes just spit it out. If it ain't working, spit it out. But don't lose that oomph. That oomph inside of you, that pulse that gives you life and light. And being on both sides of the spectrum, the dark and the light, you gotta have them both. When you feel your heart pump, like pump, and you get pumped. You gotta keep that. You like lose it, and then you just lose it. You want to keep it. So, future planning, and so the 12 core functions. So I'll be almost done half of this by the time this video ends. If you're still with me, congratulations. This is just, like I said, a diary, a journal that I'm doing for self-improvement Each time I hopefully have improved somewhat, even if it's just a small amount. Congratulations. Congratulations to you, Johnny boy. So this is like, and I've gone to many counselors. I've been hospitalized for mental issues, and I've seen how so many of the doctors are just quacks, and they just like aren't even listening, and it's not even going to help you, and they're just fucking with you, and who cares, and it's just a fucking program. So this is the program that I'm making from learning, and this is not the only thing I'm going to be educating myself on, because I'm really quite educated in this type of learning, type of education. Educating myself in this learning, I'm type of educating myself. So this is like still like an intake and an orientation, because it has to be a good match for you and the counselor. That could be in your own mind. That's like, you're Slim Shady, but you're also Eminem, but you're also the real person, Marshall Mathers, right? So there's these people in your mind, and they're all you. And you got to make a good match for you, and then also they mean that literally a good match for the counselor and the patient. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of patience. Stay calm. There's no rush. Like, there's no rush here. Like, I don't need to be fucking rushing for anything or anybody. This is just for me, myself, and I. And I guess there's a death of Slim Shady in there somewhere. And so, you know, if you've gone through this process of finding a counselor and doing these steps exactly, which are good to know. And there's a schedule that you have to keep. I'm really not all that great with schedules right now, but you do what you can, and then you got to fill out so much paperwork, and it's such a process. And there's signed consent forms, of course. So if I were to send you something, you'd have to sign it. Sign your life away, because yeah, I'm gonna get you. And if something happens during that counseling process and you don't like it, oh well, then you've signed your life away, buddy. So you gotta be careful. Careful what you do. No rash decisions. You know, right? Okay. And so then the information about insurance and emergency contacts. I'm just kind of going through the list here. And understanding the program itself. You got to understand the program, because this program is individually for myself. And so it is, they're saying that is what they do, but they also follow their own terms of service. So this works better for me for working under my own terms of service for myself. Right. Okay. I'm sure that you get that. I'm sure that you're following along. And everybody needs help. Everybody has mental health issues. And good mental health, bad mental health. We're all on the spectrum. Okay. So mostly everybody is like, kind of has like ADHD or some kind of autism. There's a lot of autistic adults, and they really kind of get swept under the rug like it's cliche or it's taboo. So society really is a piece of shit. But anyway, spread the joy, spread the love within yourself. I mean, people can be pieces of shit, and you can be just fine with that. So, gathering info on your patient, the story, the problems and needs, strengths and weaknesses. A solid evaluation of substance abuse, if you have that. Like, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You have to look at those. What are your problems? What are your needs? What are your wants? What are your desires? What do you wish to be a year from now? Right? So that's exactly what I'm doing. And so, also, with any co-occurring disorders, things that'll come up that you forgot about or you were not aware of, that's self-awareness. And to be aware of yourself at all times, really. You'll have way better judgment with yourself and your choices. Because you could be making bad choices and you don't know. You made so many bad choices and you just don't fucking know. Because you're not that smart. You know, metaphorically speaking. And everybody lies. Everybody lies to themselves. They make up these stories. Like, what? You know, it's easier to make up a lie. Like, oh, because I want this. Or because I want to be cheap. I'm a cheater. So it's, you know, that's not good. You know, we can tell white lies or big, huge lies. Really, in the end, they're all just going to be huge lies because you've had to lie about a lie, about another lie, about the lies that you lied about. So that's kind of like a fact, man. So, man, we're getting through this. I'm getting through this. I'm like halfway through this fucking thing. And we'll go on to the next fucking thing. And oh my god, it's been 26 minutes. Holy shit. No wonder nobody's watching this. But it's not about that, you know. It's not. It's about the journey. You actually do have to you actually have to love, and you should love and enjoy every step, every baby step that you have along the way. You should. I'm going to tell myself, Johnny boy, you should enjoy this. Even if it sucks right now, you'd be like, you know what? It's not going to suck later. It's not going to suck all the time. And you can't be focused on that. You can't be focused on the suck. Because things suck. Things are shit. And sometimes that's just the way it is. Even if you don't like it, too bad. You kind of have to, like, learn to deal with that shit sometimes. And then you can learn to, like, either purge it out of your own life and or just move on. You grow up, you grow out of things, you stop caring about things that are harming you or just have no reason to be anything. The nonsense factor. Having it be nonsense. Nonsense. Anyway. So there's a lot of stuff I gotta do here. Working on it. And as long as you keep working on yourself, keep going there, keep doing it, you'll be good. Thinking about things logically, baby steps, step by step. Because it matters. And life will go on. So, I will see you next time. Thank you for listening. And goodbye. For now.